Yeah. Let's talk about this. This is a panel on Anton Daniel's channel. I think this panel was so interesting. My wife and I were talking earlier about how this election has really it's been a blessing. You know what I mean? Like it's really been a blessing to help people confront why they vote, how they vote, and the reasoning, right? So we have logical reasons, we have emotional reasons. There's nothing wrong with either one. But this panel was very interesting. Now, my thing is, as a man, you should always be able to substantiate why you do something. It's not manly to do anything other.
Look in the camera, King. Can you give me 10 reasons why you actually voted for Kamala Harris without mentioning Trump?
Not at this time. I won't even lie to you.
Wow.
Can you give two?
Look, Jamisha's disappointed in you, big dog. Oh, he gonna act like he don't hear us.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
And this is crazy because he asked for 10, and then Jamisha, the lady to his left, asked for 2 reasons. So if you went to vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, you should be able to give 2 reasons why you vote. If you're a grown man, I mean, this guy isn't young. I mean, somebody who's 18 who just voted for the first time, you can't expect a lot from them. But you got gray in your beard, dog. But I'm gonna let this play because it gets to the point of what I'm trying to say here.
CJ, I know that you were eager to talk. Go ahead, big dog.
So yes, I voted for MVP Harris because of her economical plan. I felt like she was targeting those who are hurting the most, which is the middle class.
Okay, give it
Like
to us. What's the plan? What was the plan?
she wants to help the middle class and not tax. She wants to tax the rich, those who make over
So
400,000.
how is she gonna help the middle
I'm not going to
class?
dive into that. You got Google just like I do. So
25.
No. Hold on. How is she going to help the middle class? Help us understand.
This is shameful. He just said she's going to help the middle class, and you got Google just like I do. My God, if you are going to say that you agree with a particular policy idea, you should be excited about it. You voted for it. So what's wrong with just getting a little bit deeper? And this particular part of this panel blows my mind that this guy did not want to talk any deeper. It's strange to me, but
I'm not helping you understand nothing. We already know who won the thing, so I'm telling you why I voted for her. So again,
Oh shit.
Right, but I'm trying. Listen, one rule that we have on here
What's
is
the
that you
rule?
got to substantiate your argument. You know
No, I
this,
don't. You asked me why, and I'm telling you why.
which is
That's,
substantiating your
no,
argument.
no, no, no,
I'm
no, no, no,
asking
no.
you the why behind the why. So if you give me a general talking point, if I
So
say, "Hey,
again,
I bought a house,"
hold
but
on.
then
You supposed
but
to be
then the
listening.
conversation is about
You
buying
supposed to be no,
houses
no, no,
in
no.
South Carolina,
You supposed to
then
be
I would like
listening,
to know
brother
what
man.
area in South
You
Carolina is
asked me
more
a question. You supposed to be listening.
I am asking you a question. I'm asking you a follow-up question.
You asked me why did I vote for Harris, and I'm giving you that answer. There's
Right.
no follow-up questions after this.
And I'm deep diving the same way that I deep dove
This
with
isn't no
Jamisha.
deep dive. Take your scuba gear off and get back on land. This isn't no deep dive.
Listen, that's a joke that did not hit, and that's
It
cool.
doesn't matter. I'm not up here. No, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question,
So
and
if
that's what
you
we're going to
say that
stay.
she's going to help the middle class, and I say,
Okay,
okay,
then I
well,
just want to answer the question at all. Then
can you
we can
ask
move
me
on.
how? And I
We can
say,
move
hey,
on.
can you give me some insight on how
We
she's
can
going to
move
help?
on to the next. We can move on to the next speaker.
what kind of man is going to do that? I don't understand. What's on your mind when you say you're going to get on a panel and talk about this subject? And that's why I say this election was a blessing, because I do think that particularly on the Democrat side and people of color, we had a time where when I mean, my wife were talking about this earlier. When Barack Obama ran, there was a time back in '08, '07, going into '08, where he was running. He could have got up on stage and said scoopity boopity boop boop boop, and we would have voted for him regardless. You know why? Because he is black, right? We would have voted for him. He had the family, the black wife, the black children. Black people were voting for that man regardless. That's just being honest. It is what it is, right? Now, there was a time for that, but the world has moved on, right? At the end of the day, I don't think it's wrong either side you voted. It's all good. That's what voting and democracy is all about. But the point is that when you're going to vote for someone now in 2024, especially as a man, you have to be able to substantiate why you made the decision that you made. It's not helpful to get on the internet and just say, well, she was going to help the middle class. And I mean, it's stupidity. It's pure stupidity. It makes you, I'm not saying he's stupid, but it make him look stupid, because as a man, you have to be able to explain why you did what you did. It helps people. There's no point of being on this internet if you're not going to say why you did something, to provoke minds, to provoke thought. That's the whole point, to have these conversations. Otherwise, there's literally no purpose to get on here and say that. And in addition to that, it's very feminine. It's feminine to get up there and say, well, we're going to move on to the next conversation, because you don't want to substantiate. You don't want to go any deeper than, I voted for her because I felt like it. That's what women do. That's emotional, right? So every man's been in a conversation where you get to a point with a woman, and if she decides she's going to lean heavily into her emotions and say, you know what, I did it because that's what I felt like. You know, as a man, you know what time it is. You like, you know what? I can't argue with her, because she's now gotten to the brick wall or the dead end of her emotions. There's nowhere to go with this conversation. That's not how it's supposed to go with a man. As a man, you're supposed to say, you know what? Look, man, I voted for her for these reasons. And that's what it is. And if I voted for her for these reasons, I'm being honest with you and candid that I voted because she is a woman, or I voted because she is black, or I voted because she's Democrat, and that's how I voted all my life. People may not agree, but you stand on what you decided to do.
He's giving $25,000.
No, Jamisha,
you gotta answer
stop.
nothing.
There's a reason why we
Stop it.
And she's jumping up to give him one reason, because he don't want to say anything.
Sweetheart, you ain't gotta answer nothing. We can move on to the next speaker.
Damn.
No. Hold on, y'all. Nobody speak for a second. Just give me a second.
We could all just sit here and look at each other then.
Woo-wee.
Shit. The fuck?
CJ, I honestly, man, listen, I'm not meeting
Watch
you with
this.
hostility. I'm not meeting you with hostility. I'm meeting you with love. And what I'm asking is, can you give me some insight on how she was going to help the middle class without Googling?
Damn.
Because I would assume that you actually went to the polls without your Google zone. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm assuming that you already voted. And if you already voted, then you probably have reasons why you voted. And so I'm trying to ask, why did you vote for Kamala Harris? And what was the ways that she was going to help the middle class?
Next speaker, please.
So all you got to say is, I don't know. All you got to do, I don't understand why these people gaslight us, y'all. Listen, everybody in that's watching this, all 4,400 people that's watching this right now, this is what we call masterclass gaslighting. This is the person that's supposed to say, you know what, Anton, I don't know. We can find out later. Or, you know what, I need to be more informed. Or, I was just saying talking points that Roland Martin or somebody or Ricky Smiley told me, and I can't substantiate my argument. But then they want to sit there and go, no, you got Google's. Come on, fam. Listen, I've been doing this for a long time, and I can tell when people is gaslighting. I can tell when people being disingenuous. Just say you don't know and you voted because she was black, or because you was simping, or because she a woman. But don't try to make it look like we don't know what we talking about. Oh.
As a man, if you don't know, just say you don't know. You don't have to lean into your emotions and next speaker and all that. That's extremely feminine. And it's really a disgrace, because look, as a man, my thing is that we lead our communities. This is the way I look at it. As men, we lead our communities by decisions that we decide to make. And there's nothing wrong with voting for Kamala if that's what you did. Everybody had a choice. So, but I think what people are confronted with this election season is the emotion of just voting for someone based on what you think they are. You should be able to substantiate your argument or your vote, because that way, as you go forward in 2028, we don't have the same issue. And I think going forward, what you're seeing is that on the Democratic side, you saw a lot of crying. You saw a lot of reasons people are throwing out why the Democrat Party lost. And if you look at Democrat leadership, you look at a lot of the Democratic media, you look at all the liberal pundits, people are starting to realize, man, you know what? There was some mistakes made. You understand what I mean? There was some real mistakes made. And to provide clarity for people who you are trying to make an example for, you never want to get up here as a man and say, well, next speaker. That's something that women would do. It's just not something that's manly to me. in our community, it's important for us to substantiate why we do what we do. That way people don't come back into the community in 4 years and talk about greens in the bathtub and hot sauce and cornbread and whatever it is that they think that panders to black people. That's what we don't need anymore. And we need voters to be informed. If you made a decision, it's important to know why you did it, particularly as a man, in my opinion. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Crucial Convo.